good race, really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
At FIVERR.com. Every few seconds, it happens. Two people discover they're looking for the same thing: each other. It starts with a problem to solve, but when things are able to line up perfectly, the solution becomes effortless. And though these two will never meet, they'll share a connection by finding exactly what they were looking for. FIVERR. Find the freelancer you're looking for at FIVERR.com.
A really good race, really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grip G1 Series live from Cremona, Italy, presented by FIVERR. I'm David Pick. I'm your host for today. Oh, we have a great show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Our drivers have completed their qualifying session. Soon you will see them rolling into the grid, and now they're just going through the formation lap. We have 11 drivers today. The Grip has expanded from last year. We had 6 drivers. We're almost in 100% more, up to 11 drivers this season. 7 Italian, 1 Swiss, 1 Portuguese, 2 Israelis. You cannot have summed this up any better for you, ladies and gentlemen. The Grip G1 race cars each have an RSV4 upper limb motorcycle engine with 200 plus horsepower. You can't find this anywhere else. The 2019 G1 Series begins now in March and runs through November with 14 races total. 7 real live on the track, 7 virtual races, which means that you can race by yourself, as yourself, and the total points that you accumulate will dictate your final score in the end of the season. We're just going to zoom on track right now. Yareen Stern, our 23-year-old Israeli, presented by Zapata. He's a defending champion. Zapape. He's a presenting champion from last year. Yareen is going to want to defend his title as the returning winner of the Grip G1 Series from 2018. You see his gold and lime and black helmet there, freaking from the corner. Yareen is going to zoom by the left corner there. He's trying to get by his man. Now all the drivers are just weaving their wheels, trying to warm up their tires ahead of the finish line where they're going to start this race. Now they're in the formation lap, just warming up. You see Yareen checking his gloves. He's gripping his wheel. Wow, we're going to have a show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'm David Pick. We are in Cremona, Italy for the Grip G1 Series debut in 2019. Miguel Matos is already in Cremona circuit. You see the banners on top. We have photographers on the lane. They're soon going to get their 60-second and 30-second warning. Dekel Nahar there just zoomed by somebody. He's part of the G1 team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cremona starting grid. I'm going to go through the positions of our drivers from today. Number 1, David Vittori. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an Italian and he wants this more than ever. Behind him, number 2, Yareen Stern is a defending champion from last year, sponsored by Zutapay. Miguel Matos, 3rd with RC Racing. Salvatore Liotti. Behind him, another Italian, Davide Delara, followed by Cosimo Papi. Behind him, Enzo Bonite at number 8. Dekel Nahar, our Israeli with the G1 Force team. 9, Maurice Nezzerini of the Swiss origin, sponsored by Durva Corse. Massimo Paganini comes in at number 10 with Paganini car. And last but not least, Costantino Peroni. Not only motorsports are sponsoring Peroni today. High hopes for him coming in. He's just 22 years old. He was the Euro F3 champion. And other professions he said he'd like to ask would be an actor. So let's see if today he can act as a motor racing champion. Paganini, I got my eyes on you, man. Again, we can see the formation of our starting drivers from number 1 all the way to number 11. We have 3 Italians in the opening 5, and we're back on the grid. Ladies and gentlemen, we see Yareen Stern, again, calling his mechanic. He's going to want to try and shape up something right before we execute this Christian. We have a quick interview for Yareen Stern. All the drivers are on the grid now. We're all waiting for the safety car. Take them on the formation lap. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Cremona for the Grip G1 series that will debut the 2019 season presented by FIVERR or Grip, the future of racing. The qualifying sessions are behind us. The G1 2019 series runs from now, March to November. Again, we're on race number 1 in Cremona. We see the starting grid. Here are the positions of the drivers. Davide Vittori comes in at number 1. After this, we see our drivers back in the pole position before they execute the formation lap and return to the grid. What will be a very exciting afternoon. I remind you, 20 minutes race. The drivers already had their qualifying sessions earlier today where they each dictated the best time, and you cannot imagine how close that was. I'm talking about 0.2 difference in seconds, 0.5 difference in seconds. These guys are on each other's tails. You cannot picture this any better. This race is going to be out of this world, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, don't lose us. Here's the safety car already on the grid. An Alfa Romeo, license plate FE86LY1. Our ump is there? No, that's a photographer. All the drivers are in pole position. Pole formation. Position, pole position. Everyone has their last final words with their mechanics. I think it's starting to rain out here in Cremona. I see someone brings an umbrella there next to a car. But we have great weather. I don't think it's gonna rain. I think he's panicking. Maybe it's from the heat. Maybe our guy he's a little suntan. Doesn't like the sun, so he has a little umbrella over his car. Photographers are taking last-second shots before everyone is kicked off the grid, so we can start this race for you. Oh. The G1 series, you have to listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, how innovative this is. There has never before been an opportunity where you can race as yourself virtually and with yourself in your car on the track. The G1 offers you both 14 races, 7 virtual, 7 on track. Look how many people have come out to see us. Look at those high-rising seats up on top of the building. You can't get a better angle than that for race car. The Cremona circuit offers you everything you wanted. It's the future of racing, and it's the first one for us at Grip G1 Series presented by FIVERR. 11 drivers, 12 laps. This is our second season. Here, it's a great view from the top. You see all the different drivers are in their pole positions, getting last words with their mechanics, trying to fix and tweak things before they go out there, warm up their tires, weave their cars, whips their positions. We're going to wait for them to step on the throttles. In the pole position, we have Davide Vittori, who finished number 1 in the qualifying round. He's Italian with Imola Motorsport. And he always has aspirations to win this. This is his second season with us. Last year he finished 2 behind Yarin Stern. And this year, ladies and gentlemen, he is coming for that gold. He wants that €1,000 prize. Yeah. Here you can see number 4. Here everybody's leaving. The flags are getting off the track. They had their warnings. Seems like it's 30 seconds to go. There we see the marshals raising the banner. Final positions. Vittori is in the pole position. Behind him, everyone else are positioning. The safety car is almost on its way. We will be starting the formation lap once everyone clears the track. Beautiful day here in Cremona, Italy. The sun is out. Weather is gorgeous. I'm so excited to get this underway. We're going to have a great race for you today. The first of second is soon underway in Cremona. The safety car is underway, and the formation lap has begun. All drivers will position themselves according to the best time they had in the qualifying round. See how all of them maneuver around the first left wing. It'll be very interesting to see once this race is underway who gets off the first wing as fast as possible. See them on each other's tails. The safety car is way up ahead. Yarin Stern, last year's champion, should form himself in the second position. David Vittori will come in first after executing the best time in the qualifying session. He's just 0.5 seconds ahead of Yarin Stern. Vittori, number 47. First is the Dekel Nahar, 49. His first time with us at Grip Racing. 31, Israeli, lives in Tel Aviv, Dekel Nahar. Cars are now weaving their wheels, they're warming them up. Left to right, right to left. Right before this race gets underway, they want all their wheels heat, hot, steaming. You see Dekel Nahar now maneuvering left to right, weaving his wheels, warming everything up. Soon we're going to see the safety car exit the track. A wide view screen of the track here. Our drivers are coming up very quickly. Alfa Romeo safety car will soon exit the track. You can see all the cars are maneuvering, and now they're positioning themselves closer in group pairs of two. The formation lap is almost underway. We see them closing in the gaps. Number 1, Davide Vittori. Closely behind him, Yarin Stern. 0.5 seconds behind him in the qualifying rounds. Last year's champion, Yarin Stern. I can tell you, as an Israeli, he does not like to come in second. We do not like to lose. And here the race is underway. The Grip G1 Series in Italy, Cremona, has started right now with David Vittori, number 1. And now they're coming around the first circle. Here's the left wing. Dekel Nahar, we can see at number 49. He's trying to close the gap. Out ahead, David Vittori, number 24-year-old from Italy, sponsored by Mola Motorsport. He is the winner right now in Italy. Homeboy wants to take off this track. The gold, the Grip G1 Series, presented by FIVERR, ladies and gentlemen, has begun. If the drivers can get by this wing right here on the right side, we're focusing on Yarin Stern. Looks like he's in full position of number 1, and he came in second in the qualifying session this morning. David Vittori is nowhere to be found. Yarin Stern is taking that right wing. Now we're focused on David Vittori. Here he is. He was first in the qualifying sessions. Now he's number 2 behind Yarin Stern. He almost paved off track, but he's back on. Vittori, he can't afford to lose this because last year he came in number 2nd. We know he wants to win this more than anything this year and establish himself as a champion in Italy. Yarin Stern way ahead of him. Behind him at 3rd and 4th place right now, we can see our Miguel Matos, Luigi Salvatore, number 18 and number 69. There he is, Miguel Matos, our representative from Portugal. The only racer with an RS Racing, a Formula 4 champion from 2017. Matos is now position number 4. He was with us last year. He was number 3rd. And boy, is he going to want to improve his standings going forward. Drivers going around the right wing over there. Still ahead. Yarin Stern, the champion. Oh, he zoomed by David Vittori early because Vittori finished first in the qualifying session. He was first with a better timing of 0.5 seconds. And now we see him way behind. Yarin Stern, his first lap, a minute 26.54. Vittori's first lap was a minute 26.83. 0.3 seconds differential between them. This is going to be close to the end. I love how David Vittori has the Benjamin Franklins on his helmet. Boy, this kid has some swag. He has a lot of flavor to him. The G1 Series, ladies and gentlemen, this league is expanding. Last year we had 6 racers. This year we have almost 100% more. The second season with 11 drivers. The Grip G1 race cars are identical. Each driver has the same car with an RSV4 Aprilia motorcycle engine with 200 plus horsepower. And what makes you a champion is your abilities to drive this car. There are no improvements in any car. It's the FIVERR. Oh, we don't want to get off track, man. He's staying on the left lane right there. He's trying to close the gap between Yarin Stern. He finished one of the qualifyings and now he's second. Dead last is Morris Nuzzarini. He was also had the worst timing in the qualifiers. 11th is Paganini. 9th, we have Peroni. 10th. 8th is Enzo. 7th, Dekel Nahar. 6th, Papi Cosmino. 5th, Dallara Davide. Davide Dallara, he fall to 3rd. There he is, Davide Dallara. It's his first race today. His first lap. Miguel Matos now. He's zooming in. Miguel Matos is in 4th position. Second lap. He's exactly 1 second, 0.2 decimals after number 1. Stern, Yarin Stern with Zodape. He's a defending champion from last year. The Grip G1 Series in 2019 has begun today in Cremona and it's running through November 2019. You have 14 races total. 7 live. Beautiful turn there from David Vittori on the right wing. He's going to try and zoom in and close the gap. Beautiful day in Cremona. We see all our fans on top of the building there supporting our drivers. Yarin Stern is completing his second lap. He's underway of his third, as is Davide Vittori, Salvatore Luidi, and the rest of our drivers except for Maurice Nuzzarini, who's still on his first lap. Something not understood there with Nuzzarini, a driver from Switzerland, presented by Derva Corse. Drivers are now on their 4th lap. Yarin, Vittori, Salvatore, Miguel, all in their 4th lap. Beautifully covering that left wing. Yarin still first. The champion from last year. He wants to defend his title. Vittori well on his case. 0.1 seconds behind him. One little mistake here can change the fate of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Vittori, number 47, 24 years old. Yarin Stern, 23, from Israel. These cars are going head-to-head all the way to the end. This is going to be fantastic. The Grip G1 Series presented by FIVERR, the future of racing in Cremona, ladies and gentlemen. You see them speeding up. Coming around the left wing beautifully. He almost passed him, but he's still behind. Less than 0.3 right now. Vittori is behind Yarin Stern. This is incredible. Salvatore closely behind Vittori. Miguel is closing in as well. Davide Dallara, 1 second of first place. See, Vittori is still in position in second, and it's interesting because he finished the qualifying sessions with the best timing, and now he's number 2 behind Yarin Stern, who, despite finishing second in the qualifying, he leads this race here right now. Completed already 5 laps. Ladies, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Enzo Bonito there is closing in. Number 17, he's positioned 9th. Davide Vittori is still trying to close in on Yareen Stern. Bonito is climbing. Bonito, this is his first season with Grip. He's 23 years old, from Italy, presented by AK Informatica Sparco. He's a simulator racing champion, and he's also the champion of the Rock in Mexico. Rock is the race of champions. This kid Enzo Bonito, we have high hopes for him. He hopes to squeeze into the top 3 in his first career race with Grip 1. His one-on-one dinner, you know, was Maria Sharapova. That's an interesting decision. I mean, Keith definitely has a good taste in women. Yareen Stern and Davide Vittori are already 50% past this race, completed the 6th lap. 12 laps, 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. The first of today. We have another one scheduled around 4 o'clock. Local European timing, 3 p.m. in Italy, Cremona. 2 of our first drivers, and Luis Salvatore, Miguel Matos, David Delari, and the rest are in the 6th lap. Paganini still in his 5th, and now Paganini gets by the finish line of the 5th track, and he's into his 6th. Best times today, Yareen Stern and David Vittori, 0.3 second differential. Yareen Stern is the defending champion, presented by Zotape. The qualifying sessions today, ladies and gentlemen, isn't much of an indication because we see very early how Yareen Stern and David Vittori finished first in the qualifyings. The G1 2019 series runs through November. We have 11 drivers, 14 races total, 7 virtual, 7 real live races on track. And in the virtual races, you race as yourself, and you can accumulate points that will add up to your final season standings. Enzo Bonito, this young kid, ladies and gentlemen, has promise. He's just 23 years old, and we think he's going to be a stud. Beautiful move around that right wing, and here they comes back. You want to miss that grass. Once you hit that grass, you can lose leverage and speed. Your wheels, the tires are extremely heated. You don't want anything. The slightest move can trigger a flame and can mess up your entire race. They're going through the 7th lap. Yareen Stern still number 1. Vittori still behind and closing in now 0.1 seconds. Number 3, Luigi Salvatore. He's closing in. Oh my God, he's passing him as number 2. Can he get him by? No, but he's closing off. Vittori's closing off again. Cosimo Papu there, number 6, is trying to get by Davide Dallara. Slowly ahead of him. We're on to our 7th lap of 12. This race is almost coming to an end. These drivers have to step it up. Press that throttle, ladies. Let's get to it. We're in this race, boys. Stern still number 1. Vittori number 2. Lodi number 3. Lodi's best timing today. 1.23 is his best lap. Stern's best lap has 0.2 difference. A little slower now, Yareen Stern, but still ahead of the pack in his gold and black FIVERR colors. 23-year-old from Israel, Yareen Stern is our defending champion. He still leads him behind in David Vittori. You see Vittori trying to close the gap. He's doing a great job in timing. He's just 0.2 behind him. Beautiful turn on the right curve. Can he steal this right here? Is he trying to close the gap? He's trying to get in, squeeze his way right there behind his left turn. He takes his right now. Yareen Stern still number 1. He's opening quite a nice cushion right here from Vittori. He's not able to squeeze through between lanes. You see now, this is the camera of Yareen Stern, the Israeli, our 23-year-old, sponsored by Zotape. He's not letting Vittori get by. It's 8th lap. We got 4 laps left, and if he can't squeeze in, he's going to be the champion. Remind you, the champion takes home 1,000 euros. Don't be mistaken. That's a great prize. That's a great Fused Dinners. That will sponsor some new tires. Cafe Motorsports, presented to Cosimo Papi. He's promised. He started 9th in the qualifying sessions. He's already up to 6th. 2 seconds behind number 1. Enzo Bonito, he's trying to close in on Dekel Nahar. Dekel Nahar is our 31-year-old Israeli. This is his first his first race. He's part of the G1 Force team. G1 Force team are the first ever racing team from Israel. His other hobbies, he says, are snowboarding. His dream was to be a driver of the Ferrari F40. I mean, this kid has high expectations. We're back on with David Vittori. He's trying to close the gap from Yarin Stern. Here they go into their 10th lap. Approaching their 10th lap. They're still in number 9. We're back with Enzo Bonito. Enzo Bonito, the Italian, he's 23 years old. Our simulator racing champion who actually beat Formula racers in the Race of Champions in Mexico. The Grip G1 Series starts in a Cremona circuit. I'm David Pick, and our drivers are soon approaching their 10th lap. This is nuts because it is so close up ahead between Stern and Davide. 10th lap is underway. Salvatore's on his 10. Miguel Matos completes his 10. David Delare is approaching his 10th lap. Cosimo Papi was there as well. We see Vittori still trying to close in on Yarin Stern, but the Israeli is extremely persistent. He's not letting him zoom by. Vittori has to close the gap there. He has to try and squeeze in on these curves. That's his only way. The only shot for him to get by Yarin Stern is to sneak by through these curves, because otherwise he's just going to block him off. He's running out of time. He's running out of time with 2 laps to go. Davide Vittori, homegrown in Italy. He wants to win this. A native of Cremona. This is his home track. He should know how to run this. He should know how to win this. Enzo Bonito with AK Sparco. Oh, he just zoomed by. He just zoomed by Dekel Nahar. Enzo Bonito for number 8 on his 10th track. Just sped by Dekel Nahar. Nahar sees his smoke. He's running out of time. The G1 Force team now just took a fall to Enzo Bonito. This Italian kid we told you is special. 2 laps left. That's a nice view from the top. We can see both cars completing the 11th lap right now. Stern and Vittori. They're not giving up. Vittori's closing in. Stern is blocking and Vittori's trying to get through the corners. He almost got him right now. Oh, it's almost a tie. Vittori, Yarin Stern still got to kill as the advantage. Vittori's coming in hot. This left turn could be crucial. Can Vittori complete him from the right side? He's closing him off. Stern's closing him off. He's closing him off from both sides. Vittori's trying to get ahead. This is his last lap. He doesn't have more opportunities. The end is coming. Yarin Stern, the defending champion from last year, wants to win this again. He's blocking off every attempt of Vittori to get by and sneak his way into first position. Yarin Stern with 0.2 seconds ahead. Here comes Vittori. He's trying to close in the gap before he runs out of time. The circuit is almost ending. Stern and Vittori still at number 1. Firmly from the beginning of this race, Vittori is going to try to curve around right now. On the right wing, Vittori is unable to do it. Stern closes again from the left. He blocks his positioning. He can't come in. He's going to finish number 1. Yarin Stern is going to win this. I have a feeling he's going to go all the way, and he wins. Yarin Stern is number 1. This is the 12th track that's going to be completed. Yarin Stern is going to finish this as the champion unless something crazy happens. Yarin Stern is number 1. There he raises his finger to the sky. Yarin Stern, back-to-back G1 Series champion here in Cremona. The first race behind him. Vittori comes in 1 second behind. Salvatore 2 seconds behind. Miguel Matos, Davide Dellara, Papi Cosimo. All these guys are completing the race soon. Enzo Bonito, we had high hopes for this kid. He finished 9th. Not so great timing for Enzo Bonito, who was hoping to complete some better timing in this race today. We had higher hopes for the kid, but hey, it's not over. He has another race later on today to show us his skills. The formation lap didn't do him justice. His qualifying session wasn't as lucrative as the others. But Yarin Stern, back-to-back Grip G1 winner. This season started in Cremona with the gold, the winner of 1,000 euros. He takes this home. Yarin Stern, man, Israelis like to win it. I'm telling you, we are persistent, we are aggressive, we don't back down. Davide Vittori, who finished first in the qualifying session with the best timing, had the pole position in the formation line, lost it very quickly at the beginning as Yarin Stern zoomed by him. There you see the checkered flag raised to the heavens. Unfortunate day for Morris Nusiri, who after one lap retired from this race. You see all the drivers safely leaving the grid, exiting the track. We see Miguel Matos now. They're going to put in their cars are going to be paid. Want to see that everything was indeed kosher. You have to learn that term, ladies and gentlemen. You have to learn that term, that there was no shadiness added to this cars. The grip cars are identical. Every single car has the same engine, the RSV4 Aprilia motorcycle engine with 200 plus horsepower. And everything that would dictate if you win here or not are your skills. Are you a good driver? Are you better than your colleague? Are you better than your rival? What advantages does he have over you? It's all human nature. Nothing is added to this car that is illegal outside of everything that the data that the G1 provides for you. You see there the different drivers are talking with their teams, pulling on wheels. They're going to want to make some changes and adjustments. Davide Vittori there. Now we see Massimo Paganini talking to his crew with the Paganini car. Unfortunate for Massimo Paganini, coming in 10th. This guy's role model was Roger Federer. The 10 is great. You see Yarin Stern celebrating another victory. A great accomplishment for the Israeli. Back-to-back, and let's go to our grounds interview with the champion. No? We're not going to hear it, but we can see him interview it. There's a mechanic of Yarin Stern car uploading all the data to Grip. Databases where there we will process it and shoot it back to our drivers in full accuracy. The winner of the first Cremona circuit, the first Grip G1 series presented by FIVERR, Cremona in Italy, Yarin Stern, with a perfect lap of 1.22. A little better than his final lap, which was 1.24. Behind him, David Vittori, 1.24. 0.164 seconds. Luigi Salvatore, 1.22. 2 full seconds behind Vittori. His best timing was also 1.22.835. 0.2 seconds behind number 1 Yarin Stern. Maurice Nezzarini flunked out very quickly. He had to retire. You see all the congratulations that Yarin Stern is getting. Dekel Nahar, the second Israeli driver, finished 8th. This is his first time racing with the G1 team. Good experience for him to get under his belt. Closing out the top 4 is Miguel Matos, Portuguese driver with RG Racing. Davide Vittori, the Italian there, is being interviewed, coming in 2nd. You know what? I don't know what kind of emotions are going through his head. Davide Vittori, who finished with the best timing in the qualifying sessions, comes in 2nd. He was supposed to know this track, being a lot more comfortable from Italy. Who can adapt to the weather?
really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
Back in Cremona for the Grip G1 Series, we're going to have our championship interview with Yarin Stern, back-to-back champion of Grip G1 Series. Let's head to him. Let's hear what he has to say.
Testing. Yarin, so that was a fantastic race. How did it feel for you with all the pressure that you had from Vittori right behind you during the whole time?
Yeah, it was a very fun race. I had a very good start straight away. I really focused to get that start good because I thought that I could pull away. I didn't pull away so much as I expected. There is some issues that we need to still fix with the car, but it was very nervous. Very nervous because the Vittori was behind me the whole time. I managed to control it, but then on the very last lap I made a mistake in number 3 and 4. Which for some reason I went up to 4th instead of 3rd, and I was very slow going out of the corner, so I really had to start defending really hard, which at the end I managed to do and finish the race in P1.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's it. Good.
Nice and sweet.
Number 2, Davide Vittori, finished first in the qualifying conditions. Big disappointment for him. He was on Yarin Stern's tail from the beginning. Couldn't close the gap and pull away. Quite Stern. Let's hear what our runner-up, Group B1 first race has to say.
David, so that was great. How did it feel pressuring Yarin throughout the whole race, especially during the last lap? It looked like you were ready to overtake. What happened?
I'm happy. I have to say that I'm happy, but not too much because I wanted of course to win. I was surprised at the start because I was expecting the green light, but it was green flag, so I lost the position to Yarin. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm really confident for the second race, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's great. So we wish you luck for the second race. Let's see what happens then.
Thank you so much. I will give you my best.
I'm sure you will. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Every few seconds, it happens. Two people discover they're looking for the same thing.
So that was a fantastic race. Ah, te lo parlo in inglese. Ok. In diretta.
Number 3,
Poi dire a
Salvatore
voi come
Io.
è stata l'impressione delle gare per te?
Sì, allora la gara sono riuscito a migliorare ancora il distacco che avevo con i primi più veloci. Ho avuto ancora problemi di oversteering sotto sterzo, che però penso di migliorare ancora in gara 2. Sono ottimista per gara 2, spero di poter lottare per la vittoria. Spero.
Va bene, grazie.
Grazie.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, for our trophy ceremony. Momentarily coming up, We see the podium. We see the winning race cars positions first, second, and third. Yareen Stern, back-to-back G1 champion. Presented by FIVERR.
Every few seconds, it happens. Two people discover they're looking for the same thing: each other. It starts with a problem to solve, but when things are able to line up perfectly, the solution becomes effortless. And though these two will never meet, they'll share a connection by finding exactly what they were looking for. FIVERR. Find the freelancer you're looking for at fiverr.com.
And we're back in Cremona for the Grip G1 Series Championship ceremony. See the podium right up ahead. Our drivers prepared for the trophy award. Yareen Stern, number 1. Davide Vittori, number 2. Salvatore Liotti, number 3. This is Salvatore's first time running with the G1 team. 35-year-old Italian, sponsored by Liotti Repato Corse. His role model is Michael Schumacher. If he had to choose another profession and his childhood dream, Mr. Liotti wanted to be an airplane pilot. Believe it or not, he started racing when he was 13 years old. A lot of years behind Mr. Liotti. We'll soon see the final timings of our racers. And we will begin the award ceremony momentarily in Cremona. Beautiful day here. Sunny. Perfect for race tracking. We'll soon begin with the award ceremony. We can see the podium, we can see the winning race cars. Presented by FIVERR. D1 Series. And there it is, Zudape's winning car, number 95, Yarin Stern, 23-year-old with his second championship in the G1 Series race. Back-to-back winner. Won it last year, he won it again. He started second today after finishing runner-up in the qualifying sessions behind David Vittori, who described a calculation error at the beginning of the race. He said he was waiting for green lights, and instead he saw a green flag, which caused him to hesitate and lose valuable time while seeing Yarin Stern breeze ahead. We are soon going to see our winning contestants step onto the podium. First, the third runner-up, Salvatore Liotti, 35-year-old from Italy. The second runner-up, Davide Vittori. And last but not least, the first one to take the podium, the number one place, is Yarin Stern. We can see the podium from the high riser cam. We'll soon zoom in to that for you as the award ceremony begins momentarily. Stay with us.
A really good race, really fun. I managed to reach the second place.
back with the award ceremony on the podium. Number 3, Salvatore Leotti receives his trophy, fixing his grip hat. Go online, look for your grip hat, ladies and gentlemen. You need one. It's swaggy, it's dope, it's fresh, it's in, it's the next big thing. Join the movement. Number 2, David Vittori looks very disappointed. Finished first in the qualifying sessions today. Second after human error to begin the race. You don't want to give excuses, but it sounds like that's what he did. Man, David Vittori, step it up next time. Number 1, the winner of today's race, back-to-back. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yarin Stern from Israel. Back-to-back Grip G1 champion. Gold winner once again. 1,000 euros in your pocket, my man. Dinner on you when you get back to Israel. Taking their winning photos, raising their trophies to the heavens. Yarin Stern, David Vittori, Salvatore Leotti, top 3 racers for race 1 today. Our second race, just a few hours from now. Group photo.
Allora una bella foto tutti insieme per i protagonisti di questa gara 1 della G1 Series by Grip con il vincitore.
We'll be back later today, ladies and gentlemen. That's all for now. Yarin Stern, the winner of the first race in the G1 Series from the Cremona circuit, sponsored by FIVERR. See you later, folks.